Okay, hello everybody in chat. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Hello everybody on the VOD. Let us begin with episode 10 of our Curse of Strahd campaign. Where we left off, so we will, it'll just be three players tonight, as Torhas, our Dragonborn Barbarian, will not be able to be here tonight, so it may be a bit of a shorter session than normal, because I want to make sure all four of the players are together for one of the bigger things that's going to potentially happen a little bit later on. But for now, we can continue with our three players here, Gizzard, Tira, and Thurkarel. And let me recap where we left off last week. So, the gang is at the Wizard of the Vines winery, and they had agreed to help the Martikov family clear out their home, the winery, that was overrun by these different needle blights, vine blights, just basically a bunch of different blights. And there were also some very crazy druids in the home as well. So the party made their way into the house and cleared out a lot of the enemies within this house. They discovered that the druids seemed to be poisoning some of the vats of wine within the house, and there's not a lot of wine left currently in the house altogether. A lot of it's been destroyed, ruined. There's still some, like a few bottles left, but a lot of the good stuff is not here. So for now, they are left in the top floor of the house, taking a short rest in the house, as they seemingly have cleared out everything in the house. They all have leveled up. At the end of last session, they leveled up from level 5 to now level 6. So they are fresh new level 6 players. And that's where we'll begin things here. You guys just took a short rest. I think you guys all recovered your hit dice already, but you guys are hanging out together in the mansion. What would you guys like to do?
Just checking my spells real quick. I did shuffle one or two spells.
Okay.
Based on our current situation, I learned we can do some things as paladins.
Cool.
Yeah, after our short rest, right?
Yes, short rest.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to
So
take a long rest, you're welcome to do so. Well, you can do what you want.
I think I'd rather go back to the Martikovs and Irina and Ismark before we take a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Report on our status, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Make sure they're all right. I don't remember, did I distribute the 50 gold and 5 gems that I had claimed to find on the druid to the party?
I don't believe so. I think you still have it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would split that up. I don't know how you split 5 gems, but between 4 people, but
I forgot how much the gems are worth. I think there are 50 gold each. Let me check. Let me see. It was in their master bedroom. The so there are 5 gemstones that you got. From, like, you think they might be worth like 50 gold pieces each. So you can't really turn them into currency, but you're open to distributing them how you want to.
so I mean we could do like 1 each. Yeah, we did 1 each, that we'd have 1 extra and 50 gold pieces to split, or we could split with I mean, I have other currency I could mix in to kind of make change if you guys want.
I mean, my opinion would be we just split the gold, so it would be 12 gold, 5 silver for everyone. And then everyone gets one gem, and you get to keep one as a finder's fee. That's my opinion on it, anyway.
All right, fine by me if you guys are fine with that.
Okay.
Tira, are you okay with that?
Yeah. So how much was the split?
12 gold, 5 silver.
Never do math on a day.
And let's see. I don't think I would actually know about. Like, I saw the crane or whatever in the hole in the floor. I don't know if I actually looked down and saw this cart that's on the map. So I would suggest perhaps we go and retrieve some of the barrels that were down in the cellar. Bring them up so that we have something to take to Kresk. Hopefully they let us in.
Well, we saw the big vats were being tampered with. Are we sure that the little vats haven't been tampered with?
I don't know. I guess yes. Big vats do have something in them. Yes. And there were probably lots of empty barrels. I think that I saw as well. We could try to fill one of them up. If we
There was
want.
like a whole room of empty barrels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, on the first floor, I think there's a room we haven't been in.
I think I checked everything. I mean, we didn't check.
Did we check that room? I don't think we were in
I
that
think
room.
that's kind of outside, though, right?
Yeah.
I think that we did. Maybe open it up.
Oh, okay.
'Cause, I mean, like on the map, I know it's like a wine press, basically. Squeeze the grapes. That's what it looks like.
Okay,
Anyway.
gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, I will say I will go down to the cellar and check out the barrels down there. If there's already some ready, there's no reason to do the work ourselves. No?
So
I guess I'll head downstairs.
you want to go down to the cellar?
Yeah, down to the cellar to check out those barrels that were down there. Because I think you said that there was something in them. I remember.
Yes. Let me just double check. Down there, there are barrels of purple grape mash wine. Purple grape mash number 3.
Yeah. Could I make? I mean, my investigation's terrible, but could I make an investigation check or some sort of check to see if I notice if they've been tampered with in any way?
Sure. Roll a. You can roll a investigation or arcana.
I mean, they're both int. I'm just gonna do investigation. 16.
Okay. Yeah, these barrels down here don't look like they've been tampered with at all. They still look sealed and everything.
I'll start rolling them up the ramp if I'm able to.
Okay. Roll me a all 3 or just 1, or how many are you gonna roll
Just
up?
one at a time.
One at a
Just
time? Just roll me a strength check. Or athletics.
Same, so.
Yeah, you're able to easily haul them up one at a time up the ramp. Maybe breaking a little bit of a sweat, but not too much.
I don't know what everybody else is doing, but I'll start wheeling it up to the ground floor at the very least, and
Okay. You notice over here there actually are 3 more barrels of the purple grape mash in the cart also.
I was gonna say I don't think I noticed the cart before. So
I'll go downstairs and try to lend you a hand.
Okay.
Likewise.
Okay, so you guys
Actually, can we make Torhas a pack dragonborn?
a pack yes. So Torhas can lift one on his back. But you guys now have 6 barrels of purple grape mash wine for whatever you want to do with them.
Cool. And then I guess we'll hitch Torhas up to the cart maybe. And I guess, right, unless there's anything else that people want to do here. Do we go
I need a long rest before I can do what I wanted to do. The barrel.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking
well-
we maybe go back to the Martikov's house.
Yeah.
To take a long rest, or wherever they're staying, take a long rest there.
Yeah, makes sense. We should just let them know. And
Okay. All right. So anything else that you want to do here in the mansion, or just head back to the Martikovs?
I don't think there was anything else we wanted to do. Like, we looted the guys before we took the rest here. I think we've been everywhere we need to be, right, guys?
I mean,
Unless
we
we wanna
haven't checked out the outhouse, but
And I'm not too keen in jumping in the well either. So
Okay. Alrighty. So you guys make your way. Torhas lifting. He seems to be doing okay. He's it's you move a little slow because it is a lot for him to push himself.
technically, Could we check the stables first over here? This looks like stables. Make sure there's
Yes.
no horses in there.
There actually are 2 horses.
Oh. I was kind of hoping that there weren't, so we could keep Torhas hitched up.
do they look like they've been fed and are in relatively good condition?
Actually, hold on. No, that's the loading dock. Stables. There's 2 draft horses. They look like they look a little like skittish, but they seem to be in good condition.
So, yeah, I'd try to kind of calm them down with some Elvish words and help hitch them up to the button.
Just roll me an animal handling check.
You're not gonna give him an advantage because he said he was gonna speak Elvish to him?
You remember Aragorn in 2000?
Oh my god, yeah. Oh. Okay, sorry. Yeah, you are able to calm them down a bit, and they realize that you're not a hostile creature trying to harm them. So they are listen to you as you hitch them up to the wagon with the wine. All right. So
Alright, Torhas, I guess you can hop in the cart too.
okay. And the it's my Torhas attempt. All right, so you guys are able to move at a bit of a faster pace now that these horses are carrying. So you guys take all 6 barrels and head back. So you start leaving the winery. It's still looking gloomy, though now there's no hostile creatures around it. As you guys make your way back about a mile or 2 out of the winery, you come back to this fork in the road that's taking the other end of the fork in the road. You go to a small cottage. It's very small and kind of not in the best condition. But you do see some of the children of the Martikov family, 2 young boys, and I think and a teenage boy. So a teenage boy, 2 young boys, and you see Irina outside playing with them. And you guys approach the house, and Irina sees you guys and she waves. Oh, you brought back some wine.
We thought it would be safer to bring it from that house. We cleared out the druids and the needle blights, but we don't know if things could return.
Yeah, we think they did something to the vats of wine. But
yeah, I believe Gizzard, you saw them pouring something into it.
Yes, so I also saw the druid pouring something in.
We should probably inform Davian. Here, let's go inside.
If you can give me an idea on what happened, I may be able to do something about it, but I don't know yet what they did.
You mean like an idea of what the...
I figure if we go with them to the winery again and they inspect like the stuff, we can figure out if something happened to the wine. I figure they're the wine experts.
Right.
And be able to help them. The wine must flow.
So you guys head inside to the small cottage, and it's very crowded as this house is clearly not meant for the big family that the Martikovs have. So you see Davian and his sons, Adrian, Elvire, his daughter Stefania, and her husband. And Davian comes to you guys. He looks rather happy to see you all return. You return. How did the things go at the winery? I'm happy to see you all back in one piece.
There were a bunch of lights and druids that had overrun it. It seemed like they were trying to tamper with the wine in some way.
Interesting. That is very concerning. They are not... Were you able to take care of all of them?
Yes.
How many were
we took
there?
care of all of the ones that were there. I believe you also mentioned there were some in Beres.
So you said something about Beres, an old hag that lived there.
There is...
I think that she had something to do with connection.
Well, yes, I believe she is the one working with these druids, or summoning them, or the blights, or something. She's she runs the old ruins there. Not to be trusted, that one. Beres was an old city, or an old town here in Barovia that was once a thriving town. But as many cities fall at the hands of Strahd, this one fell due to poor leadership. This hag, she has some sort of connection to him. And I can only assume she is doing this at his hand to try to squash the last glimmer of hope that the people of Barovia have, which is our wine. It is one of the few things we are known for across the Sword Coast. And within this land, it makes us happy. She stole the arcane means that we use to make the wine, to produce the higher quality wines. I see, and he looks out the window, you brought back some barrels.
Yes, we were hoping, at least I think that this would be payment to us for helping you.
That we
But
could
of
either
course.
deliver to either Kresk or your family in
Of course.
Malachi.
My my sons, they are usually the ones who are in charge of doing all of the wine deliveries. They can begin making deliveries, though. The 6 caskets, I don't know. Casks, I should say. Caskets.
What are they holding the wine in?
I'm gonna ask, is there a way we can possibly try to recover the means of production?
If you are able to get these arcane seeds that this old hag stole, we could use them to produce more of the higher tiered Red Dragon Crush and Champagne de l'Estape.
How far away are the ruins of Perez?
Actually, let me just check really quick. It is not far from here. Maybe a day or so travel.
I'm gonna point out to the party that this might be a useful endeavor, as they mentioned. This is a gloomy place. Maybe having a means to bring some joy is a worthy endeavor.
Agreed, although I think we might want to wait until tomorrow.
Oh, well, we don't have to leave right now, obviously.
Yes, I think ensuring the safety of these people is a good idea.
Thank you. This means more. This means more to us than you could ever know. You are more than welcome to keep those barrels of the. I assume it is purple grape mash, as we don't have much else here. But I know once we begin producing the better wine, you can have as many as you like for no charge.
I'm
Sounds like
going
a good
to
deal
just
to
nod
me.
my head to the side, be like, yes, okay.
And you mentioned delivering these to Kresk. Is there a reason that you are traveling to Kresk?
We went there previously, but were unable to gain entrance.
We have business there.
Yes, we have not been able to travel north for many months now. Once we get the business back and running, we will be able to make regular deliveries to Kresk, Valaki, Barovia, etc. This will be very much a great help if you could help us with this.
Do you normally send it anywhere other than those 3 places? Like, do you trade any with Vistani or?
We used to do that many years ago, and the Vistani would bring the wine out and export out to Neverwinter and Waterdeep and other places. But we've learned that the Vistani, they like to scam some people, so we stopped trading with them. They scammed us as well. They have stolen many barrels and they sell them for ridiculous prices, which we do not personally agree with. So we've stopped doing that. But many moons ago we did.
Do you have a safe place for us to rest for evening before we set out to deal with this hag?
Well, you are welcome to rest here, though it is a bit crowded with my family, and for that I apologize, but it is better than resting out on the road. I think we we'll begin making our way back to the winery. And
Why don't you stay with us tonight, and then we'll go together in the morning to check out, just in case anything has come back.
that sounds like a good idea.
I agree.
There's not much space, but feel free to make yourselves comfortable.
I have dealt with worse. Just kind of sprawl out.
Okay. So you guys make yourselves comfortable on this little cottage, this little cabin, resting with the rest of the Martikov family. The children come inside, and you see Stefania, the oldest daughter. She's making some dinner. She makes like a hearty stew and offers it to you guys as well.
I'll have some.
Okay. It's like a chowder type stew. It's very thick, but it's rather tasty. You notice Davian doesn't have a wife from just your observations, but this is all of his children and his children's husband and things like that. But yeah. You guys go ahead and rest for the night.
Remembering the locket that I saw in the house, would her age likely have been Davian's wife?
It looks like it.
Put two and
Oh,
two together?
actually, he does have a wife. Hold on. Does he? No, he doesn't. I wasn't sure if he remarried, but no, he, yeah, you would notice that, yeah, that looks like it could be potentially, Davian's wife. Did you keep that locket, or did you,
No, I left the locket there and the smaller coinage.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty, you guys take a long rest for the night without any incident.
Wow.
Yep. Ismark and Irina are also there as well, resting. You guys, yeah. Ismark begins the next morning, as usual, packing up the wagon that you guys have, and is ready to venture out to where you want to go next.
I settle down in my throne.
So,
yeah, and I took that antler headdress that one of the druids is wearing, and I have it put on my head as well.
okay. And you still have that staff as well.
Yes. Although I am not using the staff, I'm just carrying it with me currently. I'm still using my old one.
Okay.
Oh, and I probably would have, sometime after leaving the freezer, or the refrigerator section with the mold, I probably would have slipped off the ring of warmth, because I don't want to necessarily display that openly all the time, since it's specifically for
Casimir's sister.
Casimir's sister. But I was just using it because it was, a cold area.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Ismark, after preparing the wagon, comes to you guys. So is the plan to head back to the winery, make sure the family's good, and then head to the ruins of Berez?
Yes.
I think so.
All right.
And we can probably help, move some of the bodies out so that the kids don't see if there's a place they want us to put them.
That would be best. What do you all propose we do with the bodies that you acquired, or took care of, I should say?
I don't know, dig holes out back. Or pile them somewhere and burn them.
I believe burning is a good plan.
I always opt for burning, as you never know. These bodies
Not
will...
holding funerals for them.
Well, that hasn't always worked so well for us in the past, but with Awis and
Do not understand
Heinrich.
why you decide to hold funerals for some but not for others. I do not. I voted we burn them. Yes.
Okay. So you guys pack it up and head back toward Wizards of the Wines. And oh yeah, you guys are still on there. I was looking at the map. The Martikovs, they so do you guys want to hold on to these barrels that you got, or do you want to leave it with them? It's
We have. Let's see.
Would they fit on our original wagon with the throne?
not all of them. If you like, honestly, even having one barrel kind of makes things a little more tight. It's possible.
Harder to ride on there, right?
Yeah. Definitely can't pack all 6, but if you wanted to take a barrel on the wagon, you probably could manage it.
Why don't we just take one then?
Okay.
Well,
That would probably be enough, right?
Avian, I understand that you are willing to give us the barrels as payment. Are you willing to give us the cart and a horse as well, so that we may transport it?
Of course. My sons, they can help as well if needed. If you want us to deliver these to a certain location, we can do that.
Well, I think what we might end up doing is leaving the barrels back here at your house, and perhaps our own cart as well, while we go to Perez, just for their own safekeeping.
Well, while we do Berez, they maybe want to, like, we maybe want to have them go out to Valakai and do the delivery.
Do that.
Because we'll be gone for Berez for a little bit, I think. So if they want to get towards, start moving towards Valakai and do that delivery, on our way back, like after Berez, can do the crest delivery on our way back there. About. Get more.
Yeah, we
far-
know.
Yeah.
We do know that the gate of Valakai is closed. I don't know if
I'm pretty sure they'll take a wine delivery.
it's fair.
Also,
That's fair.
I'm guessing that the delivery boys' faces are familiar as well. They might be more willing to let them in. How far away is it to Valakai from the Wizards of the Vines?
It's a few days journey. Yeah, it's a little
So
far.
They might be gone longer than.
Well, it's going to be about a day for us to get there. I suspect we'll stay there about a day or so, and then a day back. So it's going to be 3 to 4 days for us, realistically. At
2
Brest.
days. 2 days minimum.
Well, 2 days minimum travel time, and then on top of however long we stay there, which I suspect is going to be a day or two.
Yeah, maybe we can hang around a little bit for
Well, it depends on what we get to see there. We don't know.
yeah, hang around for a day or two at the winery if need be, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah. So let's see. So have we made it to the winery?
So you guys travel. It's really not long. It's probably like 20 minutes, an hour. And yeah, you guys are outside of the winery now, trying to figure out the next course of action.
And does it look like anybody's come back overnight?
Nope.
Does it seem quiet?
It looks quiet.
So I would probably go to help move the bodies at least out of sight of the children.
Okay. So, are you guys... Yeah, there's a few druids on the first floor, one in the cellar, one on the top floor. Torhas will help as well.
Are the ravens still there in the...
They
main
are,
room?
yes.
I'll talk with. I assume Davian's with us.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll go with Davian, see if he wants to like look up the vats. and inspect the main
Yes, I will take a look. He heads in, kind of looking at like the sight of. He's a little like shocked as it's, you know, his home has been disheveled and a lot of things torn apart. But then he does look over at the vats and examines them. This. Yes, these are all tampered with in some way. All 3 of these will not be able to be used. This is quite unfortunate.
How have they tampered with?
He takes like a long kind of like staff thing that he usually uses to stir, and like he puts it in, and normally this would show the balance. That if it's a certain color, it means that it is at the right acidity level that we usually make them. I don't know. I don't know exactly what they put in these. It could be some sort of... I fear for the worst, some sort of poison.
Can I try using purified food and drink on it?
Oh.
Because I prepare. That's one of the things I want to prepare.
Yes.
Because I saw him messing with it.
Yes, you can.
Because I don't know, but the thing is, I don't know if it'll work. Because it might be magical or whatever.
Well, I want to. I'm gonna DM you something on Discord really quick too.
Okay. So purify food and drink. That does that require any sort of roll? All non-magical food and drink within a 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range is purified and rendered free of poison and disease.
I never thought this would be a useful spell.
Yep. So,
I'm
fun
really
fact.
happy paladins can just flip spells on a long rest.
Fun fact, the book literally says the only way to unpoison these is with the purify food and drink spell. So it is like the one time that this thing is actually useful.
I was like looking at the spell list because
So-
I think I was gonna do a paladin for Doom's game before, and I'm like, this is the most fucking
Yes.
useless spell ever.
I know, it's
and
like-
then you were just like, oh, you see the druid pouring something into the wine. I'm just like, huh.
So just to give you guys a little insight here, you could pour an antitoxin into the vat to neutralize the poison, but it spoils the taste of the wine. The only way you can neutralize the poison and make the wine still great is with purify food and drink. So that is literally like the one thing. So
I am
actually,
the best paladin ever.
yeah, like I know purify food and drink is like such a specific thing that's like what? But the fact that you did prepare that, Tira, you get an inspiration point for that. Because that's pretty damn good.
Like when I saw you like pouring the stuff in, like you said we leveled up, and I'm like, oh, when can paladins change their spells? Because I thought it was only on level up, and then I read no, I can do it on a long rest, and I'm like, sweet. I'm like, I will never take this spell otherwise.
That's pretty great. I thought that you saved the wine. Honestly, this is so.
It's the only thing that matters in this world.
In Barovia, it is one of the only things that literally, again, like I'm not even joking when the characters say like the wine is like the one thing that brings like cheer. It brings people together. It brings happiness. So I'm literally
raising my fist in the air.
So as you cast this spell on each of these vats, Davian again puts this like pH balance thing into the vats, and he looks at it, and then he will kind of take a little ladle, and take a sip, And you see like the smile, this big smile on his face. This is exactly how it is supposed to taste. And he like kisses his hand like mwah. And he thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. This is Red Dragon Crush. This is our staple wine. We have not had this in months upon months. I cannot thank you enough. Please take some. And he actually begins like pouring or opening up the vat a little bit and putting it in these glasses, and he hands to each of you to have a sip, and to his children, or his adult children. Not the children.
Not the grandchildren.
Yeah, not the grandchildren, his adult children.
I'm just gonna say, maybe if you come up with a new flavor at some point, you can call it the Shield Heart Sangria.
I love it. You know, friend, I think there's a bit of a catchy tone to that name. I think we will keep that in mind.
Victory is mine.
I'm gonna make a note of that. Shield Heart Sangria. So he kind of raises a glass, a toast to these wonderful adventurers for restoring our wine. Cheers.
I'm gonna nod my head solemnly and say, well, this is a minor victory. Hopefully we can retrieve at least one of the seeds.
Yes, the minor victories are...
Otherwise, this is only a temporary fix, is it not?
You're right, but even the minor victories right now are what give us some sort of hope and happiness.
I'll nod my head to that.
Well, we appreciate all of you doing what you can to help us restore the wine to this place, as you're right, only 3 vats of wine will not exactly bring business back. But for now, we will...
I'm just going to ask, how long will this last in terms of business operations?
This will... We can probably do... We usually do 1 vat of wine per town, per delivery. Vallaki, sometimes we bring 2 of these vats of wine. So 2 of these would suffice for 1 trip to Vallaki, 1 to Kresk. And then we will need more if we want to... Apologies, Ismark, if we want to bring back to your small village, which doesn't require as much. Ismark nods. It's fine. The other cities should get the wine first.
So, Chair, do you need to do that thrice to cover all 3?
I actually thought there were 4 vats. Only 3.
On the image, it looks like 1 is cracked.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah.
Okay, if there's only 3, I have used 3 spell slots to do it, because I can only effectively each vat takes a sphere.
Yep. So yeah, unfortunately you would have had to cast it
3 times.
5 times. Yeah, or 3 times. Yeah.
It's
So
instantaneous, so it's like a quick cast. But
yeah.
A lot of spell slots gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only use 3 or 4.
But
the wine must flow.
Nothing comes between Tira and her wine.
You don't know anything, Gizzard. You know nothing.
He knows a lot. And now he's got a headdress to show his...
He's slowly ascending towards
to
kingdom.
accentuate his brain.
I've got myself a crown and a throne, guys.
oh my god. So yeah, you guys, Torhas and Thurkarel, while this is happening, they've been gathering the druid bodies and kind of taking them out to the back so the children don't see them. What would you like to do with these bodies?
Is there like wood, not from like grape trees, but like is there like just dry wood anywhere nearby?
It looks like there's some lumber that has been chopped up previously. That's kind of, there's like a few pieces of lumber left available.
So I checked with Davian to see if he'd be okay if we use that to burn the bodies with.
Is it like lumber or firewood?
It's like small pieces of lumber. It could be. It could
Like,
be used as
lumber is
firewood.
typically used for building, so
It would be. It does kind of actually look more like lumber, for building.
okay. Well, if he's okay with it, then
That should be fine. Yes, if you are able to use it. That is fine.
All right, so I will try to start a fire with my tinderbox.
yeah. Well,
Using-
I would go and like collect some kindling and stuff like that. I assume there's plenty of dead, dry plants around
Yes.
the area. So
Okay. So you guys begin putting that together, and I don't think you have to roll anything with a tinder kit to produce a fire. I think with enough attempts, you are able to start a small little flame. And I guess do you
yeah, it just says it just takes an action as long as there's abundant exposed fuel.
okay?
Let's see. Lighting any other fire takes 1 minute, so maybe it takes us a minute. But
Yeah, it might take a little bit of time, but you're able to.
It takes longer than that to gather the wood than to.
True.
Okay. So you guys, I assume, kind of like line up the bodies and begin burning them. These crazy druids with their different, like, messy hair and scraggly clothes, tattered clothes, all lined up. And yeah. So you guys burn these bodies up. It produces quite the large flame as all of these bodies are burning. It takes some time, but you're able to do so.
Yeah, I guess we probably could have used like the Blight's bodies as fuel starter too.
That's true.
That's true because they're like twigs.
Yeah.
Twigs.
Yeah, so at this point, like, a lot of the blights are just, yeah, they're just piles of twigs and stuff. They don't look like as humanoid looking as they were when you guys were fighting them, so it's not as frightening for the children when they walk in the house. And you notice the Mardukov family are kind of sweeping up and cleaning a lot of the debris and mess left from the damages. But yeah, you guys are able to take care of that.
Right.
And,
Torhas, before we leave, perhaps it might be a good idea for you to stay here and protect the winery. Do you agree?
Torhas. Oh, I mean, I could, but don't you guys think you might need help with this ruins?
Perhaps. Might be a good idea you come then.
And what about Irina and Ismark? Would you prefer to stay here or come with us?
I think we could offer some help as well. Don't mind coming along?
Don't mind having you.
Yes, I feel much better when we all stick together, so we can all head out together. Okay.
Sounds good.
So, you guys, the 6 of you, begin piling back in the wagon. Again, it's a little tight. You do bring one casket with you of the purple grape mash. And, yeah, you all kind of hover up together. Gizzard sitting on his throne that's taking up most of the space in the wagon. And make your way out toward the ruins of Berez. Casket of wine. I know, I keep saying casket of wine. A cask of wine.
I mean, casket is very thematic as well.
It is very thematic. So, you guys begin traveling Berez is a little bit south of where you are. There is a path that leads along the way. Ismark kind of knows the way to go, as he has not been to Berez himself, but he knows the general location of it, based on a lot of things that he's read and heard about. So he begins traveling down the main road. And as you guys travel for the day, somebody roll me a d20. 14.
I rolled a 20.
A 20.
I got in before me, so.
Oh dear.
I always take the 20 over the 14.
I don't know. Rolling on random table is sometimes that's not a good thing, though. Usually the 20 is like something really scary.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, I've not ever.
I've seen that as a, or noticed that as a trend for things that wizards do. The 1 and the 20
Darkarel's
both are.
head explodes.
1 and the 20 are both like scary things usually.
So, as you guys are traveling, along the path. Oh. Give me 1 sec to think about this. You see a figure standing along the path. It looks like it's a humanoid of sorts.
How far away?
I'd say probably like 30 feet. It starts becoming more visible about 30 feet away.
It's pretty close.
Just gonna ask who goes there. Politely, but strongly.
As you guys, as you yell that, Tira, you see somebody. He has some sort of familiarity to you, but you're not able to exactly make out who it is. It's a man. He has a noose around his neck. His skin looks dead. He doesn't say anything immediately and stares at all of you.
Does it look like Mars or Lars or Marcus?
No, it looks... The reason it looks familiar to you all is because it looks like he had the same path as you. Some sort of hero, adventurer, somebody who lost their way in Barovia.
Is this similar to how it looked when I saw myself?
Yes, actually. He wears a long red cape, has this armor kind of similar to Tira's, that it's very regal in a way. He stares at all of you.
Sir, what happened to you?
He looks and stares. I met the same fate that you all will meet very soon. Do not
And
go
what
this
fate
way.
is that?
You will die here. in Barovia, and your soul will not leave. I came here, just like you. Lost my way along the path, fell into the mists, and my soul, it never left.
What is your name?
Gareth. I was a valiant and noble paladin in an order called the Knights of the Cardell.
Can I see if I recognize that order?
Roll me a history check.
Yeah. History. I got religion. Oof.
Doesn't really ring a bell to you.
I'm just gonna kind of nod my head and be like, must be a really old order.
Yes, centuries old. I've been here. Centuries old. I've suffered.
Is there a way we can release you from your suffering?
He looks at you as you say that. His eyes widen. His undead-looking flesh begins to radiate. His eyes turn red. No, you will all suffer. You will all suffer with me! And he begins to attack. This is what he looks like.
Oops.
And that's Thurkarel that he's about to attack.
Got here.
He has this hunger for revenge in his eyes as he looks at you all. And everybody roll for initiative.
Oh no. Like I said, guys, 20s are scary.
All right, I'm gonna roll for Torhas. Oh boy. You wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected. Okay.
Because
I
we
got
don't have
that
any
as
tokens
well.
right now. 'Cause
Yeah,
we don't have
okay.
any tokens on this map.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
Like, because there's the automatic initiative tracker in here, if you click on your token and then click on your initiative, it'll automatically add it to the...
Ah, okay. You know what we can do? We'll move back to the forest battle map that Avex made. And we will make this guy the Revenant.
Cool, he's already dead.
Alright. Ooh, this is gonna be a lot. Does anybody want to play Torhas? Because we also have Ismark and Irina. Actually, you guys should. You got quite the party. You should be fine.
Should be fine, guys. Should be fine.
So Ismark.
With a picture of an elf being grabbed by Revenant.
I know. All right.
I mean, if nobody else wants to play Torhas, I can.
I would very much appreciate that, because I'm going to also play Ismark and Irina.
Well, does he have his character sheet on Roll20?
Yes, he does. He
has
hasn't
all
leveled
this
up.
stuff. Oh. See his hit points and stuff on your stream, right? Got 71 hit point.
Holy crap. And he hasn't leveled up yet?
Yeah.
Oh, that is whatever he has leveled
Oh,
up.
okay. He probably did it in Beyond, but not rolled.
Okay. All right, let me pull the stat block over here.
This music is so intense.
I know. Oh, this is fun. A
It's the
Revenant.
Bloodborne official soundtrack.
Yep. Bloodborne has some great music. All right, so he'll actually he gets a surprise round on you guys, but he's not going to attack. What he's going to do is he's just going to stare at you, Thurkarel, and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh dear. 17.
All right, you feel this glare. Again, like I said, he has this look of vengeance in his eyes. He has a thirst for revenge on something. Not you necessarily, but you feel that vengeance, and it creeps into your soul for a second, but you resist whatever glare he's having at you. And yeah, you just kind of resist it for a moment as you feel he was trying to do something to you, but it's unsuccessful. So, let me also just roll initiative for... Okay. Let's lay this out. So, that was... So first is Gizzard. Then is Thurkarel. Actually, then is Torhas. Then Thurkarel. Then the Revenant. Then Ismark. Then Tira. Then Irina. Okay. So, top of the round, we have Gizzard.
Okay. So I mean, we've got this map here. But I would have been in the cart still. Probably.
Yeah, I would say all of you guys who are in the cart. Tira, I'll put you guys kind of at the front because you were both talking to this thing. But the rest of the gang is kind of back in the cart.
Let's see. Does Torhas need to roll initiative too? Do you have him on there?
Yes, I rolled for him. That was the 12.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh, if you
Sorry
can even,
about that.
yeah.
Okay. On my turn, or Gizzard's turn, I will say to this creature, unlike you, we know where we are headed. We'll not get lost. Move out of the way. And well, with him just standing there, I would fire a chaos bolt. I'm assuming it doesn't look like he's getting out of
22 to hit?
22 to hit.
That does
I'm
hit.
assuming, yeah. So at first level. So for 11 points of... Yeah, we'll do force damage.
Force damage, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Oh, wow. Okay. Jeez. This guy has a lot of, like, random ability type things that I have to keep track of. Okay.
Get to the fun monsters, Tracy.
I know, right? Okay. So he kind of... Does the force damage move him back at all, or does it just...
No, it's just force damage.
Okay. So you feel like you see this ray of like force hit him from Gizzard, and he kind of like jolts a little bit in his space and just looks toward Gizzard, and begins the same look of vengeance. Torhas is up next.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have him. Well, I can't select his token.
Okay.
But just kind of move here.
Okay.
Bonus action to rage. And let's see. First attack on your turn. Yeah, I guess to start off anyway, we'll go ahead and reckless attack. Advantage on my attack. Okay, cool. So yeah, reckless attack and probably just attack twice.
Okay.
So I'll just roll 2d20s. For a first one, this is with his great axe. His first one is like a 25 to hit,
That
I think,
hits.
and the second one is a 7 plus 12. Why can't I do that? It's 19, right?
Both of those hit.
Okay, so both of them hit. Oh yeah, and then actually technically I need to roll 2 more because I rolled with advantage. Just to make sure that it wasn't a crit. Okay. Then let's
Is
see.
that a
So
13?
or I mean, I guess I mean should the first rolls be for the first attack, the second one be for the for the first rolls for the first attack, second one for the second? I kind of forgot about the advantage on the first one. Like,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
okay. So yeah, at 13, I'm gonna guess it misses. If we do
That misses. Actually, yeah, that misses.
Okay. And let's see, 1d12 plus the rage damage. So 11, 15 plus how much rage damage does he have? Plus another 2. So 17 points of damage
Okay.
for him. It seems. I think that's probably the end of his turn. So.
Okay. All right. Thurkarel, you're up next.
All right, I will draw both of my daggers and try to hit him with them.
Okay.
13, I assume misses,
Yeah, that just misses.
and offhand,
That hits.
23. Okay, I will use sneak attack on this since Torhas is within 5 feet of him.
Okay.
So plus 3d6 sneak. So 12 piercing damage.
Okay. All right, so next up is the Revenant. After he takes that blow from Thurkarel, you all notice this like blue flame emerging from him. He like twists his neck back a little bit, and the blue flame looks like it's kind of regenerating pieces of the flesh that you guys tore into him, and he regenerates a little bit. Okay. And he once again.
By the way, I don't know if Avex has, or if this has come up ever, but the first creature that Torhas hits on his turn has disadvantage on any attacks that isn't against Torhas. And if that target takes damage, then the creature has resistance to the damage dealt.
So, okay, so while raging, the first creature you hit with an attack on your turn has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against you, and when the target hits a creature other than you, that creature has resistance. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm trying to think who this Revenant wants to target most.
That's why I brought it up. Anybody that, if he's going to attack anybody besides Torhas, is going to be disadvantaged.
I think he still wants to go for Thurkarel. So, well, what he's gonna do is glare at Torhas, and Torhas has to make a wisdom saving throw.
So
Is
you
that
gonna roll that, Jim?
Torhas?
Yes,
Sorry.
yes. Sorry,
Sorry.
I know it's fine.
I'm not used to being called Torhas.
Yeah.
Let's see. In wisdom, that's
Whoa.
+1 to that, so 21. Plus,
So
yeah, don't we have Tira? You have your aura now too, right? So that's plus more.
yes.
Actually, or a protection.
Is that
Whenever
always on?
if you're within
In
10
10
feet.
feet.
Of me, every time you make a saving throw, you get to add my charisma modifier plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, with a natural 20 on it, I guess
Yep.
it's good anyway.
Yep. So same for Torhas. He feels this like moment, this twinge in his soul from the stare of this revenant, but he resists it. The revenant will then actually go for. He'll try to go for Thurkarel, and he has disadvantage on this attack.
And resistance if he gets hit as well.
Yep. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, I assume, doesn't hit you, Thurkarel.
No, I have 17 armor class right now, with both weapons up.
Okay. And he has multi-attack. I'm just wondering if this glare is part of that multi-attack. I don't think so.
Actually, it says under multi-attack what it does, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, I see. So he can attack again. He will... He will then... Nah, he'll try to attack you again. Thurkarel. 12, 13, 14,
18
15,
definitely
16,
hits.
17. 18, yeah. He rolls at... is +7 to hit, so at disadvantage. He still rolls an 18.
Oh, I was just looking at the first die. Okay.
The second die still is 18.
Gotcha.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So half of 9.
5.
Half of 9 is 4.
Oh, right. Round down.
So you take 4 bludgeoning damage from these 2 attacks with his fists.
And actually, Torhaus is going to use his reaction that he just got at level 6, I think. I can use my reaction. See, if you are raging at another creature you see within 30 feet of you takes damage, you can use your reaction to reduce that damage by 2d6. So he takes no damage.
Okay.
Wow.
This infuriates him for a moment as he looks back at Torhaus.
Torhaus is the tanky
Yep.
subclass.
Yep. Okay. So that leads us next to Ismark, who will also make his way... He's going to kind of stay back a little bit and use his crossbow. His heavy crossbow. Okay, so D20. 9, 10, 11, 12. That misses. So Ismark misses. Irina will also, again, kind of stay back. She has a regular crossbow that was given to her by, I don't remember who. I think Toras gave it to her. And she rolls in at 20.
Nice.
So she will do... 4 damage.
4 damage on a crit? Come on, Irina.
Sorry, that's crit, so 8.
Or wouldn't it just be the dice that's doubled?
Oh, sorry, yeah. So it's 2.
Roll another
Oh,
dice.
okay.
I think technically the rule is you roll double the dice, but a lot of people just double the damage that they roll.
Yeah, I think you're right,
Whatever you wanna
actually.
do.
She'll do 8
More
damage.
fun to roll more dice.
Okay. Next up on the initiative is Tira.
I'm going to. So is Thurkarel, you're like directly in front of me, right?
I mean, I'm diagonally from you.
Yeah. Can I use a bonus action to pass him something?
Sure.
I am going to bonus action. Actually, I don't know if it'll work for him. Crap. I don't know if I want to try this now. Never mind. I will try this after this is over. We're not fighting. I'm just gonna draw the sunblade and move forward and make lightsaber noises.
Okay.
I was gonna try to pass the sunblade to Thurkrell, but then I realized it might not work for him. So I don't know if my plan would have worked there. So I will just move forward with the sunblade and.
Yeah, because that requires attunement, I think, right?
I think so. I don't know if you'd be able to use it. My plan originally was I was going to hand you the sunblade and channel divinity through my flail, so that we'd have 2 weapons. But only have the one. All right. How does this work? Sunblade. I will attack the first time.
Nice.
That hits.
So that's 9 radiant damage.
Yes. Let me just check something here. Okay.
And actually, I will then use a spell slot and cast Branding Smite.
Okay.
Which is additional 2d6 radiant damage. And they shed dim light in a 5-foot radius. It's another damage.
So 6 radiant damage. Okay. Okay.
You also have your extra attack too, right?
Yep, I was about to do that. I just want the I'm gonna be yelling at this paladin about how it's disgraceful that he forgot his oath. Oath to service as I swing again. No, that hits.
Paladins against undead.
Actually, do I get any bonuses against undead for the sunblade?
That's a good question.
I'm checking right now.
You're dealing radiant damage. I think that's the bonus.
Yeah. You just have a picture of it. Look it up.
When you hit an undead with it, the target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage. Right?
I'm checking right now.
Sunblade.
Well, there's Sun Sword and Sunblade.
The
Sun
one.
Sword, I think, has the properties of Sunblade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sun Sword is the one in the Curse of Strahd book.
So, +2 to attack and damage rolls, which I already added. Deals radiant damage instead of slashing damage. Does an extra 1d8 when it hits undead. Got it. So,
Okay.
I do actually have an extra 1d8 from the original.
Okay.
So, my second one still misses, though. An additional 5 radiant damage. Got it.
Okay.
So, that... 20 damage, pretty much.
Yep. Okay. So, did you do your other attack, or is that everything?
He missed on a second attack.
I missed on the
Oh,
second
right,
attack.
missed on the second attack. Okay. All right. So, that brings us to the top of the round, and that is Gizzard.
All right. I am quite angry that he has not gotten out of the way yet. I'm gonna try to cast Levitate on. So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
Yeah, probably not
Okay.
gonna work, but try. Which is DC 15. you
So
rolled
6 plus 7.
Does not hit
13.
15. So so that fails.
Okay.
So he begins floating 20 feet up into the air.
He starts yelling, "My oath is vengeance as he's floating in the off of the ground. I will
God.
seek vengeance, and he starts yelling. But he like starts squirming in the air as Gizzard is levitating him. Okay. So
Let us go. That's what I say.
Torhas is up next.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, levitate's crazy.
Actually, yeah, let me look at this. Okay.
I mean, like, it doesn't say that he gets extra saves
Yeah.
after he fails the first one, so that's crazy.
Yep.
I feel like he should get something every turn, but I don't know how you would. I don't know how you counter that though.
The target can move only by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or surface, which allows it to move as if it were climbing. You can change the target's altitude. Yeah. You're basically just stuck there.
For
Kinda.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
What the hell? Unless, yeah,
I mean,
you break
he
concentration.
Could pursue us. Yeah, he could pursue us later, but I mean, I guess Tor has his turn. Keep his rage. He needs to make an attack, doesn't he? Let's see, I think he has a hand axe. Yeah, I guess he'll just try to. Or he has some javelins too. He'll try to throw it.
I'm literally looking up
The
what
dude
Oath
just
of
with his
Vengeance
rage.
is now, just for fun.
So he's going to 22 to hit.
That hits.
And that's 1d6 plus 4.
Wow.
10 points of damage.
Okay.
And that might just include rage too. No, it looks like rage is only melee attack, which is what I thought. So, yeah, I guess that'll be Torhas's turn. He might like move her around a little bit to just be on the opposite side or something.
All right. You mean like?
Yeah, just like around here.
Yeah. Okay. And that brings us to Thurkril. Your turn.
All right. So I guess I will just throw one of my daggers at the floating revenant.
Okay. Oh my
Crit.
Nice.
crit! All right. Go ahead and
I
roll
guess
your
I
damage.
don't have sneak attack though because he's floating, right?
Yeah, because he's not within 5
mean-
feet.
Just
Yeah,
a casual
sorry.
28 though.
Just a casual, yeah, nat 20.
Sorry about the sneak attack thing, I guess.
11 damage. Don't worry about it.
11.
I'll take crowd control over sneak attack any day.
I don't know. Best crowd control is death. So.
You raise a valid point, but like this is a full-on revenant. They're pretty beastly.
Yeah, they're scary.
And then, as movement bonus action, can I kind of try to hide behind a tree?
Sure.
So do I
Yeah.
make a stealth roll for that?
If you're trying to be, like, not have him see you, then yes.
Okay. 27.
Okay, yeah, he's so distracted by his floating in the air, he does not notice you making your way up to the trees there. So levitate isn't paralyzed, right? No.
No, he's just floating in the air.
Yeah, if he has any ranged attacks or spells or anything, he should be able to still use those.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the Revenant's turn, as he's floating, he begins wailing again about vengeance. Vengeance! And he looks at who's right. He looks at you, Tira, and begins glaring.
I'm gonna stare right back at him.
Make
Dead in the
a wisdom saving throw.
Fantastic. Wow.
No. So Tira, as you challenge him with this glare, he is consumed by this rage of vengeance, and you let it in for a second. You let this rage hit you for a second, and you are paralyzed with all of these emotions, really, and you're unable to move.
Oh, actually, that doesn't help. +2 doesn't help.
Yeah, 15 is the DC save.
I would have gotten a
So
14.
close.
So, on a failure, the target is paralyzed until the Revenant deals damage. Okay, so you're just paralyzed for a turn. Okay, so yeah, Tira is overtaken and paralyzed by this Revenant. It tries to do this rejuvenation that you saw it do earlier, as it begins to, it clenches its fists and tries to rejuvenate its skin. It doesn't work. And he like growls and tries to move toward one of you. But he can't, and he cannot do anything else, as his only attacks are melee. So, yeah, I guess that makes it Ismark's turn, who will try to again hit him with the heavy crossbow, and that does hit. So he rolls a d10 plus 3, 6. So it does 6 piercing to the Revenant, and then Irina will attack with her regular crossbow. And that also hits, so she will... 4. Okay. The Revenant is still up, and it would be Tira's turn next. Tira, you are paralyzed, and...
I'm going to try to make a saving throw again.
I don't think you can.
Oh.
Yes, on a failure, the target is paralyzed until the end of the Revenant's next turn. It doesn't look like you can make any saving throws.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so next up is Gizzard.
I told you to move out of the way. Yeah, Gizzard is going to, on his turn, encourage everybody to encourage everybody to get back in the wagon and continue on our way. Come on, guys. He is fine up in the air there. We can leave.
I'm going to chatter through my teeth. Evil must be stopped. Even though I'm scared.
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn. I'm gonna be like, guys, come on, let's get in the wagon.
Okay. Next up is Torhas.
I'm gonna have Torhas at least look around and see if anybody else looks like they're intent on getting in the wagon.
Ismark and Irina are also kind of not sure. They kind of want to take care of this thing.
Okay. Their what does it look like? What?
Can I roll an insight against your persuasion?
Sure. You want to?
18.
That's
Yeah, you're pretty convincing. I mean,
Wow.
Natural 20. Yeah, I mean, he's fine up in the air now. There's
So-
no way he can come
Problem
back
solved.
to take us later. Exactly.
You feel
Out
Gizzard
of the
does
way, we can...
make a convincing argument to just leave.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe in that case, I will have blanking on his name right now. Torhas walk towards the wagon, I guess, and start the climb in.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20 on my persuasion. I was gonna look for everybody else to see what
Oops.
their reaction was.
Yep, I think you moved Tira.
There we go. The Revenant's still
I'm paralyzed
yelling.
at the moment, so I can move.
No, I meant he accidentally moved your token.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have used my inspiration on that saving throw.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, Thurkarel, you are up next.
So I am gonna go to Gizzard, but before that, I want to. Can I sheathe my dagger and draw my short bow
Okay.
and make one attack on
The
the
Revenant?
Revenant?
Sure.
Do I have advantage since I am stealth?
Hidden? Yeah.
Since I did the hide last time?
Yep.
Okay. 24?
That hits.
And does that have sneak attack since I had advantage?
Yeah, you know what? Since you're hidden and all stealthy and shit, I would say you have a sneak attack.
So, 17 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then for my movement, I would go over and get in the wagon.
Okay. The Revenant's turn. He also is filled with this rage and anger. You will not leave! And he stares at Ismark. Sorry, Ismark. Ismark will make a wisdom saving throw, and he passes. Nice. So, that is all this Revenant can do, because he's stuck.
Tira's no longer paralyzed, right?
Yes, so Ismark and Irina will also, I guess, begin... Well, they'll also try to attack, and then use their movement to go back. So Ismark will... yeah, he'll miss, and Irina will hit for 6 damage. And the two of them will start making their way back to the wagon. Kind of, like, uneasy, but we'll still do it. And Tira, unfortunately for you, you are this vengeful glare that this Revenant did to you. You are no longer paralyzed, but you are now you feel your body able to move again. But now, when you look at the Revenant, you are stricken by fear, and you are now frightened.
Get in the wagon! Get in the wagon!
I'm going to back up towards the wagon since I'm afraid.
Okay. If you want to use some sort of ranged attack, I usually allow for like frightened characters to do something from a distance if you want.
I will use my light cross.
Okay. That hits.
I don't think dueling counts, so it's just 2.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So you guys are all in the wagon now. Gizzard, it's your turn. Are you gonna?
I think your roll got messed up, by the way.
Yeah, actually, it didn't.
It rolled a 0.
It
plus
didn't
2.
roll a 1d6.
Oh, that's...
Yeah. Also, it has your strength on there instead of your dex.
Cross. I'm looking up the stats.
It's a 1d8.
So yeah, it's a 1d8.
If you want to just re-roll the...
Yeah.
Yeah, your attack roll used your strength too for some reason.
14?
Well, that's not the damage.
Oops. Oh, okay, I got you. Gotcha.
So that's 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. Okay. So you guys begin moving away. Gizzard, I assume you continue the concentration of Levitate on the Revenant.
Yep.
And you guys begin continuing along the path, passing right by. Is there
Range
anything?
is 60 feet, but I'm not sure actually how that interaction works. Like, does it have to remain within 60 feet? Or to...
I would assume so.
Okay.
So once you get out of that range of the spell, it'll break
Yeah,
off.
I guess it would drop, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It's like a
the
wireless
wagon
signal.
hopefully can't- Yeah, so I guess if everyone gets in the wagon, I'll say, I'll try to get somebody to, the horses to get on moving till I guess
Okay.
we're 60 feet away, and then he drops. I
Okay.
don't know how fast the wagon travels.
It's
Go quickly.
so as you guys are moving past the Revenant, he looks at you all. I will find you all and seek my vengeance. He looks specifically at you, Tira. It will be mine. And you guys.
Can't wait until this guy finds us in our sleep and kills us.
Yep.
God
so
damn it, Gizzard.
Yep. And you leave this.
You made a convincing argument that we should leave it, though.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
Revenant
yeah,
who.
Gizzard definitely thinks that we should have left it. Me as a player, I can't wait until he kills us.
You guys. Oh my god.
I can hear the stress.
You.
Voice, right?
A Revenant who does nothing but want to seek vengeance on people now
Yeah.
wants to seek vengeance on all of you. Which gives him extra stats because you are now his like favorite enemy essentially.
jeez.
So that'll be
Don't
fun.
we, like, always know where we are now?
Yes.
I want to admit yes.
So is he not able to catch up to us when we get 60 feet away?
We'll
I hope we're
see.
faster in our cart, yeah. I mean,
I don't think a wagon
Are we
moves as
still in
fast as you
combat?
think it does, Doom.
we've got horses pulling it though.
Yeah, but a wagon is heavy.
And you know that Ruins of Berez is a day's travel, so you will, unless you travel through the night and not make camp.
He will stop, and he will catch us.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys continue on your way, and you are at least 60, 80, 100 feet away at this point.
Is he
So
like
we're
chasing
out-
behind us?
We're out of combat?
You are out of combat.
Okay, so I will permanently mark off that dagger since I didn't have a chance to recover it.
Okay. So you guys continue traveling for the rest of the day, and it is you don't have any other incident, but it is becoming nightfall. Nightfall is rapidly approaching. What would you all like to do for the evening?
I'm down for making camp and being very, very, very careful now that I know we pissed off a Revenant.
Gizzard has no idea what a Revenant is. He was just upset someone was standing in his
Actually,
way.
can I do some kind of roll to see if I would know what a Revenant is in character?
Yeah, you can roll me a I'm trying to think religion or
Yeah, I think most undead it's religion.
yeah, religion.
But yeah.
From what you know, a Revenant is a previous mortal who met a cruel and undeserving fate. It seeks to bring justice to that who wronged it. And it doesn't always have to be the original thing. Like, it can sometimes have vengeance on multiple things, but its hunger for revenge is all that it cares about.
I'm just gonna be mumbling and looking at Gizzard and being like, "Stupid lizard wizard, stupid Revenant," as I clean my shield and drink some wine. Not a lot, just a little wine.
Otherwise, do we have any idea how close we are to Perez?
You'll probably make it there by tomorrow, like, afternoon.
Okay.
But we'll need to camp before then.
Yeah.
I
Again, you
assume
could...
we're not. I assume we're not going to be pushing through.
You could if you wanted to, but... I assume
mean-
you... Yeah.
I see no reason for us to not stop.
Okay. All right. Is there anything anybody else wants to do for the evening before taking your long rests?
Probably try to build a small campfire. Try to minimize smoke from it. But
Okay.
Yes, who wants to take first watch?
I'll take first watch.
I'll take the last 2 watches.
Okay.
I suppose, Torhas, you can get your sleep. I'll take the one in the middle.
Okay. All right. So let's take a quick break here as you guys rest for the evening.
As Tracy figures out what to do.
And yeah, everybody else, we'll be right back and continue our see what happens to the gang next in our Curse of Strahd
Someone in
campaign.
chat says it best. I feel like we owe that Revenant money.
Oh God. Okay. This is great. This is great. All right, everybody. BRB.
Both Tracy, you're welcome, and I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
All right, I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Oh man, I just came up with 2 other really good drink names.
Mic on.
Did you get to eat?
Doom, I came up with 2 other names of drinks.
You're the one that's crunching, Tracy. What'd you come?
Goldfish. You ready? There's 2.
Yeah.
The Shield Heart Shandy and a Shield Heart Stout.
Mmm.
Both pretty good.
All
Well-
3 of them are good. The sangria is more wine oriented.
I was gonna say.
The shandy
Yeah.
is like and our stouts are variations of beers.
I still like the sangria.
What would Gizzard's drink name be?
I'm back.
Okay. Actually, give me one more quick. I'll be right back again.
Okay. Or maybe what would their Corel's alcoholic beverage name be?
Why not go with
Does it have to have
No.
alliteration like
why not go with a Pinot Gizzard
You know, Gizzard.
or Pinot Grizzard?
Did you come up for one with Torhas while I was away?
I'm
No.
looking for it.
I mean, you basically just got here as we were kind of talking about it, so.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like Torhas would be like a dry stout.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Yeah, I still like Shield Heart Sangria. That's in my notes now, so we'll see. Okay. So, you guys rest for the night. Tira, you take the first watch.
I was about to say, nothing happened during the night? What?
Roll me a perception check for the evening. You don't notice anything peculiar for your first watch. Maybe some rustles and the rustles of trees and leaves makes you paranoid, but you don't encounter anything. No, okay, actually that's it. So, yeah, that's your watch, and next up was Gizzard, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So, perception check?
Yep, roll me a perception check for the evening.
23.
Okay. You are keeping a watch of the camp and everybody and looking down at the road. You do notice one thing at the end of, like, it kind of veers off the trail a bit. You notice some movement. Probably like 15, 20 feet from you. Or maybe a little bit farther, like 30 feet.
I'll just yell out, "Who goes there?" Quite loudly, so hopefully somebody else might notice as well.
You yell that, nothing happens, but the rest of the party roll me perception checks to see if you are awoken by Gizzard's yelling. Okay.
Oh, I should probably roll for Torhas.
Oh, yeah. You guys are both awakened by Gizzard just yelling, "Who goes there?" Torhas is still dead asleep.
I kind of jump up, grabbing my daggers.
I'm gonna jump up as well.
Yeah, so
Do I see anything with dark vision?
You don't see anything, no. Just Gizzard saw something.
I saw movement out in the woods.
And what's my armor class without my leather
It's
armor on?
10 plus your dexterity, so just -1 probably. You're wearing
Okay.
leather. Tira, on the other hand,
Yeah, I don't keep my stats ready for my armor being off.
it's just 10 plus your dexterity.
Rip. Actually, it's gonna be a 12 because I can still use my shield.
Yeah.
What did you see, Gizzard?
Not sure, but there's a figure around. Sorry if I woke you. It's just something skulking in the woods. Trying to see if it would respond to me. Maybe it's just an animal.
I always feel while I'm normally at home in the woods, in these particular woods in Barovia, I always feel at unease.
Okay. Does anybody
Is Mark and Irina, are they still...
Actually, I'll roll for them as well. Irina is soft asleep still. Ismark is awoken by this.
Let's see, I would have had cast light kind of at the top of my staff.
Okay.
So I think that's a total of a 40-foot radius. Or wait, no. Yeah, it's a total of a 40-foot radius, 20 bright, 20 dim.
Okay.
I don't know if that would have helped me notice anything at all.
You do see something. You don't see the movement anymore, but with the light casted, you notice a grave in the area where you were, or with the area that you saw the movement.
Pick the spot to camp.
That would have been me.
Did you not notice the grave that was here?
Apparently not. Or perhaps it wasn't here when we got here. I mean, we've seen other apparitions.
I mean, but this is a stone. You're saying a stone?
Can I go over and see if it, like, touch it, see if it's solid?
It seems solid.
Is there any inscription on the tombstone?
Yes. The name on the tombstone reads Gareth Maximus Cardell III.
That was the name. Well, at least Gareth was the name of the...
Yep. And, Thurkarel, as you are looking at the grave, you notice, looking above, almost like it is an apparition or appearance of some sort, you see, from the trees above, the Revenant and 2 other undead creatures with it.
Oh, dear. Seeing that, I will shout as loud as I can to try to wake Irina and
Okay.
Torhas.
All right. It's at this point everybody wakes up. And the Revenant, "I've come back for my vengeance." And everybody roll for initiative.
Let's see, I'll roll Torhas as well.
I think you may have just sentenced me to death, Doom.
What do you mean?
I would have rather fought the Revenant while I was wearing my armor. But you made a compelling argument.
I mean, he was fine. He was just floating in the air.
Can you do me a favor
know
and
why he
just
was-
roll me just a persuasion check just now for no reason? I'm just curious.
Can it be intimidation?
No, just a persuasion check now.
You
Your
mentioned
argument is now a lot less persuasive after the fact.
What if I
You-
got
you
another
said
nat
there were-
20?
You said there were 2 other.
Yeah, they look like
undead with it. What do they look like?
they look like zombies of some sort.
Oh goodness.
They're 2 male zombies. They also are wearing these kind of more regal clothes. A similar insignia and like the patterns that Gareth has.
But they don't look like anybody we know, right?
No. All right. Initiatives. Tira, Gizzard. Torhas. Initiative.
He rolled a 9.
A 9? Oh, I see. Okay. So that would be Ismark. Revenant. Torhas. Thurkarel, surprisingly low.
And I'm the one who's right underneath him.
Yep. Irina. Okay. So, top of the initiative order, Tira. I guess we'll move back to the. We will return to the forest.
Are they in the sky right now?
Yes. So I'm gonna set this up a little bit. So. They're all here, looking at you guys. Torhas is right there, and the rest of you guys are, yeah, kind of making camp. Oops, that's you, Tira.
I assume I'm probably closer than most because I'm.
Yeah,
close
you
to
were
the grave
taking, yeah,
and
taking
wanted to go
watch. Yep. In case you forgot what he looked like.
Thanks.
Again, Torhas getting wrecked in the same picture.
Yeah, again, there's
Sorry,
Torhas
yeah,
again.
Thurkarel.
Appropriate. It's very appropriate.
It is. Yeah.
Alright, so it's Tira's turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, my options are limited. I'm going to stride forward as I draw the Sunblade and use Radiant Soul. Are they close enough that I would be able to hit them if I walk up? Or are they high up?
Hi-yo.
They're a little high up, like 15 feet or so.
That's fine. All right, I will then use Radiant Soul
Okay.
as the wings spread out of my back and my eyes start glowing and making lightsaber noises as usual.
Yo.
Yep.
Yeah, you make the noises and the Sunblade's just silent.
Yep. Sunblade makes no noise. It's just Tira making noises with her mouth.
And I am also going to ascend 15 feet in the air and move about like up here.
Ooh. Okay.
I have a flight speed of 30, but I can't attack because it uses my action to actually do it.
You notice the Revenant still isn't looking that great. From when you guys fought him earlier, he still has a lot of the marks on his undead flesh from what you guys attacked him earlier. Slightly weakened.
I haven't gotten my slots back yet, have I?
You
Haven't taken a long rest.
No, that's fine. It's not an issue either way. I'm just curious.
Yeah, you guys,
And we're probably somewhere between 2 and 4 hours into the
Yeah.
long rest, right? If we're on the second of 4 watches.
Yeah.
We haven't finished the rest yet, so. Let's see. Whose turn is it?
oh, yeah, so is that all that you do, Tira? You just do the,
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anything else I can do. There's not really.
Okay.
Ooh,
Bonus action.
actually. Yeah, I'm gonna use bonus action.
Isn't it a bonus action to? But isn't it a bonus action to ignite the Sunblade?
No, Sunblade's just a weapon. I draw it.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna use Divine Favor on myself.
Okay.
That.
Ooh, okay. All right. Gizzard, you are up next.
Okay. Alright. Seeing this guy again, or at least seeing probably from my distance, because I don't have dark vision, but I do have the
Light, yeah.
yeah, he's within the light distance, so I would probably recognize this guy. It's like, "Ugh, just go away. I'm going to cast lightning bolt on him.
I thought you were gonna cast levitate again. Like, all right, guys, let's keep going.
Actually, I mean, I know they're up in the tree, so I don't know if I would be able to like move to over here and hit all 3 of them. Or is it kind of an awkward, like, are they on different planes in the tree and stuff like that?
They are, but if you want to roll at disadvantage, I will allow.
They just need to make a saving throw if I can hit them.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it's kind of up to you. Like, maybe you can give them advantage on their saving throw or something.
Yeah, yeah. So which one, like, do you want to make the main target of this?
Obviously the big bad guy.
Okay. Okay. So I'll have him. So they have to roll what?
A dexterity saving throw, DC 15.
Okay.
They take 29 points of
Holy shit. Alright, so the Revenant saves. Zombie, what did you say it was?
29 points.
Yeah, DC 15.
DC.
Should say in chat.
Oh, DC 15. Both of the I'll have them roll at advantage. They both 16, 15. So just one does get a 15. So does that mean he saves? I always forget.
Yeah.
Half per save.
Anything, anything. So like, for anything you can think of it as like the target. For AC, if you hit the target, then you succeed. For saving throw, if you hit the target, you succeed.
Okay.
Right?
So one
Pretty much
failed.
that's the number to match.
One failed, one saved. Let me just check their freaking HP for a second, because it might not even matter. Oh, actually it does.
So fail, take 14.
Okay. And the other one takes...
So the 2 that saved, so the main guy takes 14.
14.
And one zombie takes 14. And
Okay.
the other guy takes 29.
Okay. So you guys watch Gizzard blast this lightning, and they all get zapped by it, and for a second all jolt. The Revenant and the zombie to the right look like they took a hefty blow from it. But this one here really does not. This zombie it begins to deteriorate and actually like just falls from the tree, and just hits the ground, stumbling. It's on its it looks like it's like on its last leg of unlife, and kind of loses balance to even move. So that one really, really does not look well. Gizzard. Ismark goes. So Ismark will... I think he's just going to move right up 5, 10, 15, 20. So he's going to go ahead and attack this one that just fell and is not looking well. And he's going to roll with his longsword. He hits, and... that just does it to take out this zombie. He just knocks this one out, and it withers to the ground. Next is the Revenant. The Revenant will look at you, Thurkarel, and it will jump down and attack. And... they both miss. That's really sad. But with its last action, it will stare and gaze at you, Thurkarel. Make me a wisdom saving throw. As its vengeful...
Is this the charm effect, by the way?
Vengeful glare. I don't think it is.
Okay. 22.
You save. So you also feel this strickening vengeance that this Revenant has, but you resist the pull that it has, and you're good. So, Torhas is next. You know, I realize I don't know how zombies can really climb trees, but Strahd zombies are a little more agile and focused than regular zombies.
Let's see. So I'm going to assume that Torhas was prone at the start of the combat, as he was asleep. So he's going to spend 15 feet of movement to stand up.
Okay.
And, let's see. Oh, he has 40 feet. Yeah, so it's half movement. So he'd spend 20 getting up, but then he has 20 left. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So yeah, he should be able to get to here, I think.
Okay.
Is the Revenant out of the tree now?
Yes.
Did the Revenant fall out of the tree yet? Come out of the tree, I should
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me? Test, test, test.
Now I can.
Oh, okay. Yes, he is out of the tree.
Okay. Yeah, so Torhas would spend half of his movement, which he has 40 feet. So 20, and then I think he can get to where the Revenant is. I can't move him, so...
Oh, okay.
Drag him.
Got it. Okay.
And I think he's just gonna make normal attacks, not with advantage or anything. So for both of his attacks, first attack is a 16 to hit, second one's an 11.
Both hit. Sorry, the 16 hits.
Yeah. And sorry, I forgot to mention I was gonna rage as well.
Okay.
For 16 points of damage.
Wow.
His great axe through the Revenant. Yeah.
Okay. The Revenant does not look good. It begins stumbling as Torhas hits him with his axe. And he begins raging in his own right, where he starts yelling. And that makes it... who is next? Thurkarel, you're up next.
Alright, I will try to hit him with dagger action and offhand on the Revenant.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Oof. Okay. That's So you're doing with your 2 daggers, right?
Well, one would be a cultist dagger since I threw one of my main daggers. So 1 regular dagger, 1 cultist dagger.
Okay. Which one?
The first one probably would have been a regular dagger.
Okay. The Revenant, as you're trying to swipe at him, grabs your arm and begins pulling down on your arm when you try to hit. So that one completely misses, but roll me your other attack.
Okay. 23.
Okay, that one does hit.
Okay, and I would use sneak attack on this.
Okay.
So 2 plus 7, so 9 piercing damage.
Okay. All right. Okay. Next up is Irina. She will also use her full move or her movement from being prone because she didn't wake up immediately also. And she's 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. She's just going to go ahead and stay back here and try to attack with the crossbow. And she misses. All right. I guess that's her turn. Tira, you are up next.
I'm flying and I'm going. Yeah, go ahead.
Did the zombie get to go?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the zombie.
Oh.
The zombie is going to climb down from the tree, which probably looks very awkward. And that's his movement. Then he's going to use his attack to attack you, Thurkarel. Multi-attack. So he's going to do a bite and a claw attack on you. So the first one is they're both +3, so 18.
So
17.
they both hit. I will use uncanny dodge on the bite, which halves the damage.
So that's a 4 + 1. So that's 5. So half the 5.
So that's 2.
And then the claw attack, wow, is just 2. So 2 slashing.
Okay, so a total of 4.
Okay. Alrighty. Next up is Tira.
I am going to. I'm still in the air, so I'm going to just like glare at the Revenant and use my Sunblade attack. Like, kind of like thrust down into him.
Okay, go ahead. That hits.
I'm also going to use Branding Smite on this.
Ooh, baby.
So that's the base damage of 8 plus roll 1d8 from the extra sun sword damage. Roll 1d4 from my divine favor. And then an additional 6 from Radiant Soul, so +6.
Okay.
And then Branding Smite is roll 2d6.
Okay, you'll probably, yeah, go ahead and roll. Yeah, okay. It's fine. How do you want to do this?
24 points of damage.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm literally just gonna be like, with my wings and like eyes glaring, I'm gonna just like bring my sword like straight down, like you know how people hold the sword like downward, like
yes,
between
like
both hands.
Yeah, I can
I'm
picture
just
you
gonna,
flying
like, do
down.
like a full haymaker thing as I'm flying down
Oh my
above Toros
gosh.
and Ismark.
Ismark like looks at you
without
majestically, like, oh.
Toros too, probably being like, whoa.
Yeah.
What noise does the sunsword make while you do this?
As I flare it out with my additional radiant power from my celestial form.
So, strikes into the Revenant, and he screams in agony, and the light pierces his undead body, and you watch as he falls, his knees, and then limp to the ground, and is dead. He lets go of the grip that he still had on Thurkarel, and falls limp to the ground. And that just leaves the one zombie who is...
I actually have a question.
Yes.
Do I feel anything from the sword, or am I able to get a witty one-liner from the sword?
The sword, you feel good emotions coming from the sword as you strike down this undead creature. He was once like you, but the corrupt ways of Strahd have changed him. You have done well.
All right.
And you feel a sense of pride and good feeling.
Accomplishment.
Yeah, an accomplishment as you take out this undead creature.
Hooray.
And Gizzard.
So tempted. He wouldn't do it again, but I was so tempted to cast Levitate on his final zombie and say,
my
all right,
God.
we're moving camp. No, I'm not going to. Let's see.
That would be such an awesome scene to just have Tony also paint.
Yeah, right?
Let's see. There's a lot of people kind of in the way, so I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20. To get a better view, and I'm gonna just cast Chaos Bolt on this last guy.
Okay.
Does a 15?
A 15 hits.
All right. So 11 points of... I will do fire damage.
Okay. Hold on, let me just check something. No, okay. So, you strike this fire into the zombie. It begins bursting into flames. It's still up, but it does not, it begins like, as the flames begin consuming it, it starts waving its arms in, and wailing. That makes it Ismark's turn, and Ismark might be able to finish this one off too. He will, kind of step over the Revenant here and make his way in melee range of the zombie, and we'll try to attack it while it's in flames, and he does hit. Sorry, give me one sec. Yeah, so Ismark is able to finish off this last zombie, kind of just decapitating it, and the flames begin to go a little bit down, but the decapitated head just flies out into the woods. And you guys are now out of combat. Pretty exhausted in the middle of the night.
I'm going to turn to Tara and say, that was amazing.
I have my moments.
Ismark also looks to you. Very well done.
As I'm going to let out like a sigh as the as I like release the form and power down the Sunblade.
I would gesture to the grave. Is there anything I can do to, I don't know, consecrate this or anything to...
Yeah, next time we find the camp spots, make sure we all go around and, you know, look for creepy graves and stuff like that. Kind of shoot a glare at their crowd.
I apologize.
I don't have any spells or anything, but is there like any sort of like ritual or just holy thing I can just kind of say like a prayer? I'm just gonna say some prayers over it. I don't really have anything that can officially do anything though. Maybe spread some holy water.
Yeah, you say some prayers for this this dead body, but it doesn't seem to have much of an effect from what you've noticed.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting much of an effect. I'm just.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you guys.
And I probably would at least search the body of the Revenant, see if he has anything on him, or maybe if he has a dagger or arrow sticking out of him from the earlier combat.
You have your you find your other dagger that you threw at him.
Awesome.
Other than that, he does not have anything else on him.
Did he still have the spear sticking in him, or a javelin from?
He does have the
Torhast?
javelin, and the only other thing, he still has a noose around his neck, a ripped noose. That's the only other stuff that you find.
I cut off the noose just so that hopefully
Okay.
it will help. I don't know. I don't have a specific reason for thinking that would help, but
I think, we should burn the bodies before we go to bed. We could probably just toss them on our current campfire.
that might add a lot of smoke.
We could just move away a bit. Sleep further away.
Yeah, we can burn the bodies. We can try.
Or we can wait until morning to burn them.
I'll trust your expertise. We can burn them tonight.
What does expertise mean? I haven't heard that word before.
Oh, just that you seem to know what you're doing more so than I do.
Oh yes, of course. Yes. Well, I am a very expertise person on this, but that means that I take other people's word into account too. I think we should burn them in the morning. That way we can get some good sleep. Don't draw too much attention.
All right. I will go back to the campsite and re-enter my trance.
Okay. So, Gizzard, you continue your watch for the night.
Yeah. I'll keep a little bit of distance between myself and the corpses, but definitely keep an eye on them.
Okay. All right. So everybody goes back to rest for the night. Gizzard, you don't notice anything else for the evening. And then, yeah, so then you finish your watch for the night. Thurkarel, you take the next watch.
Perception check.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
13.
Okay. You also don't notice anything for the evening. You can kind of keep an eye on the bodies as well. They don't seem to move. There's no movement, just again, rustling of the trees. It's a rather eerily quiet night. The mists are not as heavy as they usually are. But you're able to keep watch for the rest of the evening until it becomes a bit earlier in the day. You guys are a little worn out from the fight that you had. You have the option to maybe sleep in a little bit and be more fully rested, or you can get up at your normal time and continue for the day. Do you guys want to sleep in?
I feel like that might not be a bad idea.
Okay.
Yeah, if I've gotten my trance completed, I would let the others
Okay.
sleep if they look like they need it.
Yes, these other mortals, these humans seem to need at least 8 hours or so, and so you very unselfishly let them sleep in a little bit more. And yeah, so you guys sleep in. It's probably like 11 a.m. or so now, and you guys all wake up and feel fully rested and have a long rest.
Awesome.
Okay, so Ismark and Irina, as usual, begin preparing the cart again for the day.
Sorry, we recover all our hit points and half our hit dice, right?
Yes. Yep, and all your spell slots and everything are also back.
The rogues don't care about such
Yeah.
things as spell slots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't have like any abilities that recharge on a rest, right? You just have everything available basically.
Yeah, it's just hit dice was the only thing. Well, and the 4 hit points I took in that battle. But
Okay. So you guys want to burn these bodies also, right?
yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully
right.
this will give him the release that he desired.
You
And
guys.
now that it's daylight, do I see any graves nearby other than Gareth's? Like, do I see any sorry, Gareth? Like, do I see any that would correspond to his 2 attainers or zombies or?
You actually realize the grave is now gone.
I point that out to Gizzard and I say, well, maybe it's only visible at night.
Well, we made camp at night. You should have still seen it.
I don't know how such things work. It's
Maybe-
gone now. Maybe it was
if
gone.
it's only
when
visible,
we can't.
maybe. If you're saying it only appears at night, we made camp at night. It's not a good excuse.
Maybe he brings it with him wherever he goes. I don't know.
Take a lot of time, no?
So
Anyway,
you guys go to burn these bodies and then head out. So you keep your campfire up and maybe make the flame a little bit bigger and throw the bodies in. The zombie corpses do immediately wither away. The body of Gareth doesn't seem to immediately wither. And you guys, as you're kind of watching and getting ready to leave, you see his soul or his body in ethereal form come out of his body. His soul emerges and begins traveling up into the sky. You see the soul of Gareth. It begins going up and up and up. And then it hits a wall. An invisible wall. Like it's trying to continue to ascend. But it hits the wall. And you watch as this ethereal Gareth tries to bat at the wall to keep going. And it won't let him. And he begins... You see his mouth open like he's screaming to leave, but it doesn't let him leave. The mists begin hovering over you guys. Again, it's a misty, overcast day as usual, and it's in the sky, and he begins batting at the ceiling, and it just won't let him leave. And this ethereal soul just begins walking and processing forward and leaves. It doesn't leave Barovia, but it just leaves the area and begins walking. And you guys continue. As you guys continue on.
I hope that such will never be our fate.
As you guys continue on toward the Berez, the ruins of Berez, actually, I guess I'll just put that map up now. Where is it? This isn't it. Hold on, I just have to scroll a little bit. Okay. So you guys begin approaching. You get closer to these ruins. The trail hugs the river for several miles. As you guys are making your way down this trail, you do see a river to the east of you. The dirt and grass soon turn to marsh as the trail dissolves into spongy earth, pokemarked with stands of tall reeds and pools of stagnant water. Just give me one sec. I actually have a image of it. That is not the Runes of Riz. Hold on. Let me just fix the image really quick. Here it is. Okay. Okay. A thick shroud fog covers all. Scattered throughout the marsh are old peasant cottages, their walls covered with black mildew, their roofs mostly caved in. These decrepit dwellings seem to hunker down in the mire, as though they have long since given up on escaping the thick mud. Everywhere you look, black clouds of flies dart about, hungry for blood. Bzz, bzz, bzz. The fog is much thinner on the far side of the river. So kind of like over here. Across the river, where a light flashes amid a dark ring of standing stones. So you see kind of a light emerging over here. And then you see the rest of... Oh, I guess I'll just reveal most of the area because it's kind of hard to make out. You guys kind of like are looking out into the distance. You see the ruins of this village. But yeah. Would you guys like to check out first?
Does there seem to be any bridge across the river?
Not from what you see, no.
And it's like 500 feet across.
About that.
Oh yeah.
There's some part of it that looks a bit thinner, like thinner than others, so maybe like one area kind of maybe over here where it's maybe like 300 or so feet.
We're approaching from the north, correct?
Yeah, so you guys are approaching from, you're kind of like up here on the road. And yeah.
In
Maybe go up to the crossroads area.
yeah, and just slowly make our way in, unless
Can't make them smaller.
there, Curl. There, Curl, do you feel if trying
Sorry, you broke
Of
up
the
there.
group?
What's that?
would you feel comfortable scouting out ahead of the group with a little help from me?
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
I will cast.
Okay. So, Thurkurl becomes invisible and kind of scouts ahead for you guys. As you're making your way into the village, as
And
you...
I will speak as doing this.
Okay. Just roll me a stealth check at advantage.
Oh, at advantage. 24.
Okay. As you approach this cluster of ruined cottages, so in this kind of area here and over here, and more, I guess more so over here, if you're going to head down this path. As you approach this cluster of ruined cottages separated by low stone walls, you see a short stretch of dirt road that has remained intact. So you kind of see that the road is a little bit intact here. But you see kind of just these old abandoned cottages here. And continuing forward, you see an old abandoned mansion.
Okay. I'm probably not going to go into the mansion by myself, but does the road look like it continues anywhere? Like, I don't want to go too far into the marsh, but trying to stay on surface. What else is, like, is this kind of a circle? Kind of a loop?
Yeah, it does look like it's kind of a loop. You also see a very strange looking hut in the center here. You also see scarecrows scattered around in the center. They don't seem to be moving.
Does the hut look more intact than the cottages?
Yes.
Okay, so that might be where the hag is. So I'd probably kind of give that a wide berth, walk past the mansion.
Okay.
What's this over here?
That is... One second. That is a... looks like an old churchyard. Through the fog, you see the empty shell of an old stone church, north of which is a cemetery of leaning gravestones enclosed by a disintegrating iron fence. Half of the cemetery has sunk into the mire.
Okay. So I'd kind of make my way back up this way, past, again, giving the hut a wide berth of like 200 feet and going up towards these huts.
Yep. Also more abandoned cottages along the way here.
Okay. And I think I'd come back unless I see anything else.
Okay. So this takes their Krell probably like 10-ish minutes or so. As you guys are all kind of standing back waiting, the light that was across the river begins approaching the rest of you. The person is walking across the marsh. It looks like it's or the river. It looks like it's not that deep. That you can kind of still see their body walking across the river. And the current isn't very strong, pulling her very much. And she begins to approach you all. This woman, she's holding a lantern, looking at you all. Give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Where the heck is it in the book?
So since I'm not back yet, I'll move myself away.
So, as you guys, so does anybody back here say or do anything, or do you guys just kind of just stand there?
I assume that I noticed her approaching.
Yeah.
I suppose I would yell out to her as I see her approaching. What did I say? And she's just walking across the river, seemingly.
Yep, kind of just like trudging through
on the
it.
top of it?
Yeah.
Okay, like through it, not on top of the water or anything like that?
No. She's trudging through the water.
Okay, that changes what I was gonna say. I would just say, greetings, who are you?
Okay. You see a woman. She She begins walking toward you all. She's tall, like dark raven hair, piercing brown eyes. She almost looks like a Vistani descent to you. But she doesn't look like a lot of the other Vistani. She carries on her, she's holding a lantern, but on her back she carries a rapier and some sort of axe. She has a long orange-colored cloak, and you notice she has a prosthetic leg as one of her legs. And this is what she looks like. So she, as you say that, Gizzard, she approaches you. She says, "Who are you?"
I asked you first. It's only polite to answer.
I am here on business. I was not expecting others to be arriving.
We weren't expecting... Well, no, that's not true. We are looking for some...
As am I. I am looking for... Well, before she says anything, she looks at you all. Are you friend or foe of Strahd?
Are you friend or foe of Strahd?
I asked you first this time.
We are no friend of him.
She pauses for a minute. Good. I am here looking for a tome. It is said to be held by an old hag named Baba Lysaga.
Our goals may be aligned then. We are also looking for a hag, but not for a tome.
I see. What brings you to this part, looking for this hag?
We're here on behalf of the winery.
The Wizards of the Wines, yes.
I believe that the hag is connected to an attack on their winery. We are here to deal with her.
I come here from Kresk, specifically the Abbey.
We have been attempting to gain entry to the Abbey, but we were turned away, lest we do something to prove our side, so to speak.
I see. Yes, they told me that if I left, I would not be able to return, as they keep their doors closed, and I do not plan on returning there. I plan on getting these tomes and continuing my way toward defeating Strahd.
I'm gonna say there seems to be a number of people who have a vendetta against Strahd here.
Yes, he is a wretched man, a wretched vampire. He must be destroyed. She looks at you all. You are not from these parts, I can tell. What brings you? Are you like many of the other travelers who have made their way into Barovia and cannot get out?
I don't believe we made our way here, more as we were forced here without our knowledge.
I would say tricked.
That is unfortunate. It seems to be the story of many. Many souls have come to Barovia, and when you die here, your soul is trapped. You cannot exit. You cannot leave. So I hope you do not meet that fate. As do I not want to meet that fate. But I have my reasons, and I must defeat him. Strahd, of course. But it seems our goals are aligned, so perhaps we can form a short alliance for this hag, Baba Lysaga. She has a hut within town. I've heard she is rather formidable, so we must approach with caution.
Have I gotten back yet?
It would be at this point, yeah, you heard kind of the tail end of that where she talks about Baba Lysaga. And yeah, you got back. My name is Esmeralda. Who are all of you?
Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you, Esmeralda. I am Gizzard.
Gizzard.
I am Tira Shieldheart of Neverwinter.
Neverwinter. And where are you from, Gizzard?
From the Black Swamp.
Do they look like these swamps?
Or trees.
She looks back at Ismark and Irina. And Ismark, I'm Ismark Kolyanovich, Burgomaster, and this is my sister Irina. She looks at Irina and you look familiar, Irina, but I cannot put my finger on it. And you, elf, what is your name?
And I'm a little surprised at this since I'm still invisible, but I say,
Oops!
yeah.
I forgot you
Sure.
were invisible. So she doesn't see you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she doesn't say that because she can't. She doesn't have blind sight.
Okay.
And then she'll go. So she'll say to Dragonborn, "Who are you?" And Torhas, I'm Torhas, and I'm here to kill Strahd. And well, I was trying to scout out the area, see if any of her other crones are here. I've not yet seen anything.
And at this point, I chime in. Nor did I.
She'll.
I was just about to say, well, we sent a scout out just a few minutes ago.
Oh, and she'll like look startled for a second.
Oh, he's here.
I am unseen at the moment, but I am Thurkarel.
Thurkarel, it's nice to meet you. Well,
Did you notice anything across the river? Why were you over there? I mean, you were searching for the druids, but there are some stones over there.
Yes. There was... It looked like some sort of circle of stones for some sort of druidic type of ceremony or ritual.
Looking through the ruins of the town, I saw there's one intact hut, which might be where this woman is. There's also two sets of cottages that seem pretty run down, a mansion that looks, at least as far as I could tell, abandoned, and an old church and graveyard in pretty heavy disrepair.
Well, I don't want to look too much into these other buildings, as there may be danger. Or perhaps we should do that first and then go see what is inside of this hut. I don't know. What do you all think?
My vote is go to the hut first.
I
Yes.
would agree. We should go to the hut. What is our purpose here? If that is where you think she is?
Straight to the source, then.
Yes.
Oh, I also saw some scarecrows.
I would.
Hopefully they're not animated like the ones we ran into on the road.
Yes, I have seen things, aberrations of sorts like that as well. It's best to be careful. Don't touch them. Don't look at them. Leave them be. Perhaps they will leave us be. Trying to think if she would. No, she would. Okay. Yeah, that's all she says. So, do you guys want to begin approaching the hut?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys kind of make your way. Do you want to go like? Do you want to go like around the path towards the hut? Do you want to kind of make your way straight through?
I'd say stick to the path to avoid the scarecrows.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So you guys kind of stick along this path. It goes off a little bit from the marsh and all of the wetlands, but you continue your way down, maybe around this way, toward the hut, and approach. So you guys begin approaching this hut. Someone has built a ramshackle wooden hut on the stump of what was once an enormous tree. The rotting roots of the stump thrust up from the mire like legs of a gigantic spider. An open doorway is visible on one side of the hut, beneath which floats the upside-down, hollowed-out skull of a giant. Flanking the hut's doorway are two iron cages that dangle like hideous ornaments from the eaves. Scores of ravens are trapped in each one of these cages. They squawk and flutter their wings excitedly as you approach.
Seeing as I still presumably have invisibility up on Thurcrow, I'll kind of like turn my head around because even I don't know where he's at. Just kind of say, Thurcrow, do you want to go and check it out first? We're right behind you.
All right. If I say the keyword help, then I'm in trouble.
Okay,
And
I will remember the word help.
All right. I'll try to sneak up to the door. You said the doorway's open, right?
Yes, it is.
Is there like stairs or something to get up there?
I don't think there is. I think.
And how high up is it? Because it's like on top of the.
Yeah, I think it's. I believe it's 15. Yeah, it's 15 feet up. Is it?
All right.
Yeah, I think it is.
Does the wood look like it's climbable?
Yeah, it looks like you could climb it.
All right, I will try to climb it.
Okay. So you climb up. Just roll me a acrobatics check. Oops, hold on. I just made this go away. Why did I do that? Okay, yeah, you're able to pretty easily climb it. And then you approach the entrance as you climb up the stump in the wood. Roll me a stealth check at advantage because you're still invisible.
23.
23. Okay. As you peer into this hut, trying to find the right music for this because it's pretty. The sight you see is pretty disturbing. No, this isn't Dart music. The hut is 15 feet on side and packed with old furniture, including a wooden cot, a wicker cabinet, a slender wardrobe, a wooden table, a stool, a barrel-topped wooden chest reinforced with brass bands, an iron tub stained with blood. In the middle of a room is a ghastly wooden crib with a small angelic child sitting in it. All of the furnishings, except for the crib, are bolted to the floor. Beneath the crib, a green light seeps up through the cracks between the rotting floorboards. And as you're sitting there, you see a woman sitting in the tub, blood everywhere in the tub, and you see her. This music is not the right. I need creepy old hag music. She's sitting in the tub, bathing in blood. She looks kind of like this. And you see her, she has what looks like the head of a goat, and she's just scrubbing her arm with it, scrubbing her other arm, kind of like cackling to herself. And she's just sitting there in the tub. She doesn't seem to notice you.
All right. I still have 1 unit of rope, right?
Yes.
Okay. If I let down the rope, is the rope visible?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to let down the rope and gesture people to come up, but well, I guess I can't gesture because they can't see it.
Wiggle the rope.
Yeah, wiggle the rope.
Okay. I'll suggest that Torhas goes first.
I guess I can go first. Yeah.
I think that Therikarel is telling us to come up. Does he need to make any sort of checks to try to climb the rope?
Yes.
Probably stealth, at least.
Yeah, maybe stealth. And a athletics.
Athletics first. Ooh. Plus 7 though, so yeah.
Do I need to make anything to be holding the rope, or?
Honestly, Torhas is a pretty strong guy. I don't think he really needs much help, so you guys are fine.
Okay.
So 13 athletics, stealth. Keys just got 5 for stealth.
Oh dear.
Okay, so Torhas, he seems to be able to lift himself pretty well, but he's just not graceful about it at all. And Thurkrell, you watch him pulling himself up. He says he kind of heaves as he climbs, and makes it up to the top. And Baba Lysaga does, huh? Who's there? And her eye kind of like twitches a little as you say that, as she says that. Who's there? Torhas just kind of doesn't say. He just says and doesn't say anything. She begins to get out of the tub.
I would have been climbing up immediately after him as well.
Go ahead and roll me athletics.
Okay. Wow, at 20.
Nat 20. Okay, yeah, you have no problem. Yeah, at this point, Baba Lysaga gets out of the tub and begins walking toward you guys. And she sees Torhas and you, Gizzard. Oh, visitors do I have? And she stands in front of you all. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and stop there because this is a very important part and we need Torhas to be here for this. Because Baba Lysaga is an icon. And I need to practice my evil hag laugh anyway. So we'll stop here.
Can you give us an evil hag laugh now so that we have a benchmark for that?
I was actually, George recommended I record myself doing a hag laugh and have it on my stream deck so I can just keep pressing it and playing it for you guys. Really I have a sound clip of the Baba Lysaga laugh. Okay, hold on, let me practice. Oh, this is really hard to just do it on the spot. That's about all I have. I'm gonna keep.
We'll see where you are next week.
And I'm just gonna record a sound clip of it and keep playing it on Roll20 over and over again.
You're gonna be walking around the apartment just laughing like a man, trying to practice it.
My eyes get really big when I laugh too. It's kind of creepy. Oh god, this is great. Okay. Well, yeah, so we'll go ahead and stop there as you guys walk right up to Baba Lysaga while she's bathing in the blood of goats. So, with a crib in the middle with some sort of angelic child. Hey! Thanks, Archon, for the hag cackling. Yeah, a Revenant. So, now that since Adam is in the chat, the neighbors will hate me. Yeah, the one named Gareth. So that Revenant was actually Adam's old character that attacked you guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh my god.
So did he die in your campaign?
He did die. He did die at the hands of Strahd in our campaign.
You wouldn't get out of the way. What the hell?
Yeah. Oh, hey, Jason is here too. Hey, no way this ends well. Yes, Vampires and Vino. Jason knows what's gonna happen here. So, but yeah. Oh yeah, Gareth got with Irina actually in our campaign, and that infuriated Strahd, and Strahd murdered the shit out of him. So yeah.
I like how you rephrased it, murdered the shit out of him.
I mean, really, he did. He murdered poor Gareth.
Can we get a description of how this happened? I want to hear this now.
Basically, so we split the party, which was a horrible idea. And
That's the first mistake.
And so Gareth and Irina and Ismark and I think somebody else, or was it just Gareth, Irina, Ismark, all went to the old bone grinder, which wasn't good, and Strahd met him there with his nightmare. Basically what happened, it was a 1v1 of Strahd versus Gareth, and we were pretty low level. So George at that point was like, Adam, do I have to roll? Do we have to, role play this out? Or he's like, no, I know what's gonna happen next. And it was just there was no way that Gareth was gonna be able to take Strahd at our level one-on-one. We didn't have the Sun Sword. We didn't have anything. This was very early on. But there's a lot of reasons why Gareth was a foil to Strahd in certain ways. And Tira is becoming that a little bit as well. So better be careful, Tira.
Yeah, I think I remember too, because I think I remember.
I did hit Strahd. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Doom.
I was gonna say, I think I remember Adam posting on Twitter about his paladin or something like that died, and I just remember that it had really good rolls. Everything was a 16, very close to Therakrell's rolls almost. And then died a few weeks later. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, don't sleep with Strahd's girl.
There was actually a moment where I was just I didn't realize I was hitting Adam. There was a moment where I didn't realize I was attacking Strahd, And
Oh,
I attacked
yeah.
Strahd. And let's just put it this way: we were both surprised at what happened. Notably, I was surprised that I wasn't dead, and Strahd was surprised I hit as hard as I did.
Yeah, Strahd didn't know that you had the sun sword. So you kind of revealed to him in that moment that you had the sword. So that was more information for him. So he was shocked, actually. He was surprised that you guys had actually acquired it. And
the other part of it was Strahd hit me for like 48 damage, and I quartered it.
Yeah. So Strahd is very impressed by Tira's paladin powers, but that's not going to bode well.
Not as good as yours. I'm probably going to die horribly.
Oh, but I'm so excited for what's going to come with Baba Saga because, woo! Okay, she's a fun one. So, yes.
The other thing I thought about doing, to be fair, was just stealing the baby and leaving. But
oh my god!
I thought it might be better to get the rest of the party here. So
I feel like you should have gone with your first instinct.
Oh my god, if you stole the baby. Oh. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens next week. So, thanks everybody for tuning in. We will return next Sunday with the full party. So, one of our players, Torhas, he is not here today. So he'll be here next week, and we'll have the full.
Played him beautifully, though, right?
Yeah, great work, Gizzard, playing Torhas. You played the barbarian very well.
I think Tracy needs credit for playing the Torhas voice really well as well.
Oh yeah, we have to show Avex that later. And show
Sure, we'll probably watch. I assume.
Yeah.
Watch.
This is my Dragonborn barbarian voice. But yeah, great work, everybody. You guys. So, Adam, quick recap of what happened. They encountered the Revenant along their path to Berez, and they're fighting the Revenant. And Gizzard decides to levitate the Revenant, so he's stuck in the air and can't attack anybody because he can only do melee attacks or a Dread Gaze. Gizzard decides, well, he's stuck here, and he makes a very convincing argument to the rest of the party that they should just leave the Revenant staying levitated in the air, and they should all just get in the wagon and keep going.
I was just more upset that he wasn't getting out of the way of the wagon. And then once he was up in the air, he was out of the way of wagon, so we could keep going.
So the whole party agreed. They were like, okay. So they left the Revenant there and continued on.
Persuasion check.
Gizzard's intelligence score is less than 10, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gizzard is not a very smart player, but
we don't know that. He tells us he's a wizard.
Hey.
No, we don't know that in character, though.
Gizzard, let's make sure that we get our correct things here. You said Gizzard is not a very smart player. Gizzard is not a very smart character. Me as a player, I knew exactly what I was doing.
Adam, what was your servant's name? Because I made him come back as a zombie. I can't remember. So Gareth had a servant that also died in Barovia, so his soul. So another thing that you guys might have kind of got a glimpse of is any person who dies in Barovia, any adventurer or any person, their soul remains trapped. So Gareth has been trying to escape Barovia, but his soul cannot leave. Ruby! Okay, so Ruby also attacked. So, yeah.
Is that true of the Vistani as well, or just...
Not the Vistani, no.
Who was the third person then?
That
just
was...
a random zombie.
That was one of... I kind of saw it as one of the other servants that died. Our other... Blair's character, she had servants as well. One of them did die. I forgot the name. But yeah, so 2 of the servants and Gareth came back and fought. So, it was a good session.
Give me ideas, Chasey, that Gizzard needs to get himself some servants.
Well, if you choose a certain background in D&D, you get...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But you're giving Gizzard idea. Well, he is a player. I need to find myself some servants. I mean, I've got a throne. I've got a crown.
Yep. Now you just need a servant. Okay. Great work, everyone. Gareth, yeah. Good old Gareth. Thanks everybody on stream for hanging out today and watching. We will return next week, and yeah, it's been good. Hope everybody has a good week. That's all I can say is try to have a good week and stay healthy, stay safe. And yeah, we'll be back, guys. See ya. I'm gonna go eat dinner.
Bye.